Why guys get turned on when you orgasm and why that's a bad thing. Okay, Cosmopolitan, tell me and tell your female readers why it is bad to have an orgasm by a man. It's not enough that men are already having more orgasms than women. To make matters worse, a new study published in the Journal of Sex Research found, aside from deriving pleasure from their own orgasms, obviously, men also derive a specific sort of masculine pleasure from making female partners orgasm. The researchers in the study, someone and someone else, refer to this incredibly predictable phenomenon as a masculinity achievement. I'm not exactly sure what it means, so you don't even know what it means, but you guess. But I imagine, told you, a masculinity achievement looks something like a Super Mario punching a what the fuck, does this come from? Is this a jab at gamers, at male gamers? The study gathered over 800 men to read a story where they had to imagine an attractive woman either did or did not orgasm during sex with them. What? Oh, this is such a sad study. I mean, could you imagine having sex? Yes, I never had sex, but I can imagine. Okay. Each man was then asked to rate their sexual esteem and the extent of which they'd feel masculine after experiencing the scenario. The results are what you'd expect. Men felt more masculine and felt high self-esteem when they imagined a woman orgasm during sex with them. Of course they do. Of course you have a higher self-esteem if you are making your partner happy. These results suggest that women's orgasm do function, at least in part, as a masculinity achievement for men. Imagine if they were not. Like, men don't care, like, blow me, woman, I don't care if you have fun. Is this better in any way, shape or form? It's like, yeah, I'm done after 2 minutes of dry humping. If you are not satisfied, I don't know, get a dildo? Let's be clear, there's nothing wrong with feeling good about making your partner feel good. That's why you wrote this article. It's nice to bring pleasure to your partner, but the research points out a sexist flaw. Of course it's sexist. A sexist flaw in the masculine boost thing. Like, they don't even have a name for it. Science, okay. Despite increasing focus on women's orgasms, research indicated that the increased attention to women's orgasm may also serve men's sexuality. Like, that's a bad thing. Oh no, the man is having fun. Someone stop them, okay? How is men allowed to have fun? The woman is supposed to have fun. I mean, if the man has fun and the woman does not, this is sexist. And if the woman has fun and the man does not, this is apparently okay, because if both have fun, this is sexist as well. In a separate statement from someone and someone else, they explained why it's a bad thing for men to gain masculinity points for bringing female partners to orgasm. One reason is that it might give pressure to some heterosexual men, not homosexual for some reason, to feel like they have to give women orgasms. As if orgasm is something men pulled out of a hat and presented women, they wrote. Yeah, well, they pull it out of their pants and then present it to the woman. This ties into cultural ideas of women as passive recipients of whatever men give them. So, if the woman does the work herself, is this still sexist because it's riding the dick of the man? They also mention another sexist, of course, orgasm trope. Women feeling pressure to fake orgasm in order to appease a male partner. Okay, side note, this is bullshit. Like, if you're a man or woman, I don't care, faking an orgasm, what good does it do you? Maybe your partner is happy for a moment, like, yeah, I did it, I got my masculine points, I can use my privilege cards with my masculine points to get a discount, to buy cheaper razors, but don't do that. It's stupid. For women who have sex with male partners, the pressure to orgasm is a relatable feeling. Yeah, somewhat similar to men feeling the pressure of making the woman orgasm. Hence all the faking that we know is going on in hetero bedrooms all over the country. Not in homo bedrooms. I mean, I can imagine when two women and two men with each other, there could be the same problem. Maybe it's just me assuming homosexuals are people like everybody else, but the researchers draw a fairly frightening, of course it's frightening, ladies who are reading this, don't have sex, it's so frightening. Be afraid of your body, of having an orgasm, because men will like it and that's sexist. The researchers draw a fairly frightening conclusion from the research findings. When women's orgasms begin to serve as a masculinity achievement for male partners, the orgasm cease to be about women's liberation or sexual pleasure. How were orgasms part of women's liberation in the first place? Like, maybe in the past, but now, really? And how they are not about sexual pleasure? They are sexual pleasure. They just become another opportunity for men to flex or shore up that sense of masculinity. Again, this is somehow a bad thing, making your female partner orgasm and feeling good about it. I mean, what's the alternative? Making your female partner good about it and hating yourself for it? Is this being a subservient sex slave who just hates themselves doing it day in and day out? Like, again, imagine it the other way around. Women shouldn't have any fun during sex. Women should only serve the men. They are just the child bearers. The men are supposed to have fun. Does this sound sexist and backwards to you? That's what you sound like. These men, therefore, were more likely to view women's orgasms as a notch on the bedpost of their manliness. It's still the same argument. It's a bad thing making a woman orgasm for some reason. Someone and someone else wrote in their statement, they end their note with an encouragement for men to think of orgasm less as achievements to be unlocked and truly view them for what they are, tiny little pleasure explosions that should be enjoyed frequently by female partners. Of course, that's why we are trying to give it to them. Have you ever heard about the term compassion woman? This is because it makes them happy and it makes us happy. How is this a bad thing? So, to summarize this article, having orgasms is bad. Ladies, be frightened, but you should have a lot of orgasms. Men should give you always orgasms, but they should not have fun in any way because that's somehow not sexist. And what?